Hello everyone and welcome to Unboxing Geek. In this video we have another package from Amazon, and what we have is another Blu-ray. Today is August 13th, which is the release date for this. So this is a movie that I wanted to see when it came into theaters. I never got a chance to go and see it, and so I ended up actually pre-ordering it. I'd probably say maybe a couple weeks after I first could. But I did end up pre-ordering it, and I got it in the mail today. So, without any further ado, you know from the title what this is, and even then you might still be a little confused. But we're going to go ahead, get in here, take a look, and see what it is I picked up. I did go ahead and pre-open it, just to make it a little bit easier. And what we have is Unplanned. And this does include the Blu-ray and the digital. And this does say it's based on a true story, and what she saw changed everything. So when this film was first released, it did create quite a bit of controversy because of its subject matter. And you'll see whenever I read the back exactly what that subject matter is. But it was kind of because of this controversy that I wanted to see it. And because it is from a company that I do respect. It is a PureFlix Entertainment film. They are a Christian movie company. In fact, they are one of the few good Christian movie companies out there. In fact, from what I can understand, they're the only ones that are really constantly put out content. Other ones you'll see, put some out every now and then, but they do put out quite a few. Now, the other thing though is they apparently had a multi-deal with Universal to distribute their films on DVD and Blu-ray. This was the first one that wasn't released by them. Now, I don't know if maybe that distribution deal ran out, or if Universal just didn't want to be involved with this because PureFlix released this themselves. But here on the front we do have the main character, and here's the spine, and here on the back, from Carrie Solomon and Chuck Konzelman, the writers, co-producers of God's Not Dead, comes a film that speaks to one of the most polarizing topics of our time. Unplanned brings an eye-opening look inside the abortion industry through one woman's inspiring true story of transformation. All Abby Johnson ever wanted all Abby Johnson wanted to do was help women. She believed in a woman's right to choose, and as one of the youngest Planned Parenthood clinic directors in the nation, she was involved in upwards of 22,000 abortions. Until the day she saw something that changed everything, leading Abby Johnson to join her former enemies at 40 Days for Life and become one of the most ardent pro-life advocates in America. So obviously, as you can tell, this deals with her journey through the Planned Parenthood. And I mean, that I'm not going to get into all that, just because this is not the time nor the place to even discuss something like that. Bonus features include Save the Storks, a booklet inside of the devotional. Interesting. Interviews with Abby Johnson, making of featurettes, deleted scenes and trailers, and Matthew S. Unplanned official music video. And the interesting thing is, of course, the rating, which is what caused a lot of controversy. Because this is PureFlix's first R-rated film, and I know you can't read that, but it is R-rated for some disturbing and bloody images. And a lot of that is surrounding, it doesn't really go into detail necessarily with the abortions, but there are some moments that it shows, and one of the biggest issues with this is in regards to a lot of Hollywood films. I mean, when you realize what Hollywood is able to put in their films and not get an R rating, or films that Hollywood does produce and get an R rating, this is tame compared to that. But the producers, they didn't want to, necessarily cause any backlash, and they just went with the R rating. I mean, they didn't want to repeal it just because they didn't think it would do any good, so they just went ahead and kept the R rating. But we do see that it is an hour and 50 minutes, and it is region A locked. So we are going to go ahead, take a look inside, and it does come with the slipcover. So inside, we do, of course, have the digital copy, and then there we have the Blu-ray disc, as well as the booklet that was mentioned on the back. So we will quickly flip through this. Now, I don't know if you'll actually be able to read any of this, but, we'll still try and flip through it. So yeah, there's the front, the back, and the spine for Unplanned. And as far as where I stand to this, like I said, I'm not going to discuss that. So please do not ask in the comments. But anyway, with that is going to be it for today's video. As always, be sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell so that way you don't miss a video, as well as drop a like and leave a comment down below if you choose to do so. But please do not ask about where I stand, because I'm going to ignore you. Because again, that is not a time. This is not the time nor the place for that. Maybe at some point in the future, I might get in discussion about that, but not anytime soon. I will see you guys next time. Live long and prosper.